Welcome to the Bite Podcast, Smile and Beyond, episode number 1. We have the high healer today, and thank you so much for being here with us.
Thank you so much for having me here.
Oh, pleasure.
It's really an honor, and I love that the opening is with me, so I'm very excited about this episode. So who am I? I adopted the the name High Healers, because randomly different clients started calling me the High Healer. Because I love high heels. And it's a bit of a word game. And healer because of what I do. And it just kind of makes sense. Healer, heels, high healers. And it resonated, I think, with a lot of people.
Yeah.
And I loved it. And it embodies also what I do. I help people come back to themselves, their true selves, and kind of accept themselves. With the work that I do mainly is to uncover the authentic self through shedding all the layers of decoration and beliefs, feelings, conditionings that don't belong to us, and thoughts.
Yeah.
Habits.
So it's like eating, like smoking, all.
Yes, I use different modalities. And so I use nutrition and health coaching, intimacy and relationship coaching. I do a lot of energy healing and channeling, intuitive coaching. And I also work with clients to turn their environment, such as school, work, a lifestyle, to something that aligns with their...
Yeah, I feel this is very, very, very important because, you're working, you're traveling, you're doing all these things, and once you're at home, that's your safe space, right? So as soon as you go home and it's a safe space, then you kind of can go out into the world again and tackle the next space.
Yeah, absolutely. So this whole journey started with helping myself with an incurable syndrome.
Yeah.
Called the Meniere's syndrome. The Meniere's is a mix of tinnitus and vertigo in the ear. I had it in my left ear. I struggled with it since 2007 for approximately 10 years, a decade. It was really handicapping. I had to also leave my corporate job, which thankfully I'm happy. It gradually became worse than worse. I started thinking, okay, well, I don't want to be the victim of the syndrome, and I want to...
It's so empowering though.
It is. Like, not wanting to be the victim, the quality that I had or the skill that I had to help me get out of it, and to have the beginner's mind. Say, okay, well, I've seen 11 ENT specialists and they can't help me, so let me see what I can do for myself. It's my body, so I should know my body. I started researching, I started experimenting with my body. I started understanding what works and what doesn't work, starting with nutrition. So when I started to change my nutrition, things started shifting. And the more I learned about nutrition, the more I was kind of getting into a well of Alice in Wonderland and discovering more and more, and I couldn't see the end of this tunnel.
Yes.
I started realizing how everything we put in our mouth affects our body, our emotional health, our moods, and everything. And one thing led to another. I started understanding more about food politics and how important it is to understand from where our food comes from. That helped me also understand my skin, that everything I put on my skin is also food for the body. It's the skin is the biggest organ in the body, and literally everything the skin eats, your
body absorbs. So how long have you been doing this for?
It took me a solid 3 years to experiment on myself and to start crowding out. Crowding out means that instead of eliminating, I started removing foods and replacing food that is more serving to my body. And I did it with a lot of kindness, a lot of awareness. and it solved about 60% of my condition. But I still had my dizziness attacks. I still had sometimes my eczemas, and I had coughing, severe coughing, and like an asthma attack, but it was not asthma, that I still couldn't understand why. And when I dig deeper, I realized that it's really all emotional related as well. Literally, I started learning more and going to different institutes that teach what I needed to heal myself. It wasn't even for other people. Like, I started health coaching to heal myself, to understand more.
Yeah.
I took the courses to help other people.
And I've spread the word. Spread this is possible. Here it doesn't repeat.
So I became a health and nutrition advocate before I started working in this field. So I was literally just wanted to spread awareness and try and be part of the ripple effect. That was life-changing for me. I had an emotional trauma from childhood that my mind had locked in a box, put in a closet, locked the closet, and put so many other doors so I can't access it. And through hypnotherapy, I managed to dig much deeper.
Yeah.
I resolved that issue. It was beyond helpful.
Yeah.
And it helped another 20-30% of the syndrome dissolve completely. As I moved forward and I started working with clients, becoming more in touch with my spirituality, I realized also that it was something that was calling for me since a long time, since I was 8.
Wow.
Okay. Yeah, and it all started making sense. It's only until last year that I completely surrendered to it.
I think our story starts like that. So our story waits. I don't know if the viewers can actually relate to this, but I meet most of my people, so to say, through work. So you were a patient of mine who came in, and I think we hit it off from like the get-go. We're just trying to chat and trying to do a hygiene. I'm trying to do this, trying to do that. But at the end of the day, I'm trying to work, but we're trying to chat to each other. So then we decided to kind of have a cup of coffee, that kind of went a bit, I researched you a lot, and I found your book, resonated with me. I was like, right, this is exactly where I want to go. I mean, I wake up and I try and eat properly. I try and exercise. I'm trying to be mindful, trying to be all these things. But in the world we live in, sometimes you're like, I don't know what I'm doing half the time. I'm doing everything by the book. And then, I was having one of my episodes, wasn't going through a good time. And then you just popped up in my DMs and said, hi. I was like, wow, okay, so it's going to happen. So that's when, I asked you, I'm in hypnotherapy. I want to know more about this. I want to know more about your book. We can speak about that a bit later on, and like nutrition and stuff. So I think our story starts on a very positive note in that. So try and find, you think you've got everything. There's not even rock bottom. You just hit this wall, and I didn't know what I wanted to do and where I wanted to go. And seeing you and what you're able to do, I think, in my opinion, everyone needs to just say, I'm going to try it. Because I feel from the inside out, you can basically accomplish anything. Mentally, I feel more clearer. Obviously, it's always going to be a learning curve, But thank you very, very, very much. But like I said, it's just the beginning. I can't wait to hear more. And definitely I'm going to speak more about the book. But yeah, so I just obviously want to know from you. I see patients all day, every day, right? I can tell if they're stressed. I can feel if something's not growing right, and I kind of ask them, they kind of look at me like, you're just a hygienist. And I was like, I know, sweetheart, but I'm very curious. I'm mindful. I want to know more. And I speak to people like you, and how can I, on like a daily basis, implement what you do or help refer them to you? What is your outlook on it? I mean,
thank you, Melody, first for accepting my safe space. This is the beginning.
Yes, yeah, I'm fully on board. It's like, me please.
And obviously there was this connection. I can help you. and you felt it. At the first time I met you, we didn't even talk about any of my services or any of your struggles or
nothing. It was just talking.
But it just felt right. And we're energetic beings, and we're not just a physical body, but we're the energy that lives in us. We're emotional beings. We can connect to each other. Like thoughts travel, our energy connects to people. I feel what you do is really, really important. I have a feeling as soon as a person opens their mouth, or even without opening their mouth, you can tell how they're doing.
Yeah.
This is like the gateway to our overall wellness.
Yeah.
You can tell by someone's jaw, by someone's face expression, how they're doing in
Sorry, they're like, how do you know this? And I'm like, I've been doing this for years, I'm sorry. I come from a good place, I promise. I think we had this conversation as well. Like,
the forms of their teeth, the quality of their teeth. Yeah. You can even tell what kind of a business they're into.
Most of the time, yes.
So you're kind of the wizard and witches of the...
Yeah, like a mini little like detective going in, and they're like, Mal, please don't judge me. I'm like, I'm not. They told me, I thought, okay. But this is also why I made up this podcast, because there is people that are like, Mal, I don't want to phone and get medication. I don't want this. I've tried everything on the markets. Like, help me. And then that's why I think you popped into my life, because, I mean, I'm a happy person. I do everything that's technically, you exercise, ride a bike, rest work, exercising, my clean juice, this and this. And I still was hitting a block. And I feel, just opening up your horizons, opening up your eyes. And like I said, meeting someone like you was like, let's just try this. And I was like, you know what? Yes. And that's what I'm saying. Like, I think, hopefully, if I can portray that to my patients, say, listen, I've been through this. I think it'll be a good fit for you. And I think it'll be a good avenue to restore you.
That would be wonderful. And I think this is the future. More and more healthcare, more and more NLP psychologists are starting to understand that it's not just about the symptoms. It's an overall approach. It's about how you deal with life. It's about your home environment, your family. Everything affects you. Even when I studied health coaching, nutrition, hypnotherapy, and other modalities, we had quite a lot of doctors who were studying with us.
Yeah.
It's everything we eat, everything we feel, everything we say, everything we absorb, and the way we breathe even. You can detect that. You can know, okay, this person might need some help in nutrition or might need some help in career orientation. Yeah. This is how important your job is.
I was just seeing a patient yesterday, funny enough, and I was just sitting next to him, and I was like, right, you are stressed, you are like clenchy all the time. How's your job? How is this? How's that? How's your family life? And he just looked at me like puzzled, and he's like, I brushed my teeth. I was like, no, I don't. Yeah, it's fine, but with everything else. So I think you as like the life coach and like a career coach also implementing that. I thought of you yesterday, funny enough. And I was like, just having a conversation with you, just trying to help him like balancing it out. Again, the lifestyle we live now, everyone tries to juggle everything, and even with you coming with me and helping me out and just saying, Mal, slow down, do this, you're okay, there. And kind of it's opening everything in like a mesh or like a nest. You kind of can just spread it out and say, this is what you need to do and the steps you need to take. So like a pathway that you can provide to me that can help with them?
Yes, absolutely. So when we look at overall health, is a 360 degree. I know that your approach is really gentle. The way you were talking to me is really welcoming. It's really warm. It made me feel safe. I was under your
shiny instruments. You're like,
for like 45 minutes with full trust in whatever you're doing. So it's really important. But then when people are not ready, they're just not ready. And just when the time comes. Yeah. But highlighting maybe the possibility of them having an open mind and exploring and learning more could be the beginning of their transformation. It's just a mind opener.
I was like planting the seed. I can speak to somebody like yourself. Lower that stress level in your mind. Be mindful of the negativity or all the stress factors. Then you will go slower. I'm overwhelmed at the moment. Let me just go outside for a walk. So again, holistically approaching something and saying, my glass is like, it's so empty. I don't have abundance in it. And then redoing it. So that's how I look at you.
Thank you. I can help people personally. I can help people with overall understanding of where they stand in their overall health and choosing the right direction that works with them. It's really a unique experience for each person and a unique solution for each person. And we know it in ourselves. My job is helping the person figure out themselves what they truly need. So if I understood the question right, how will you direct the person to me? You could improve, or you could maybe upgrade your nutrition or upgrade your knowledge. For instance, if the person is grinding, you can tell it's a lot of stress involved. Or for example, if people have got bad gum, inflamed gum, maybe it's something that they eat. Maybe it's also a stored trauma. Everything is really related. But again, I need to stress that every person has got a unique experience and a unique need. They don't have to continue the journey with me, but they can get a full awareness.
And they can also continue.
At least like the stepping
stones.
Yeah, exactly. At least like the stepping stones.
Exactly. Yeah. It's not an approach where you say you should do this. It opens up some kind of curiosity.
Yeah.
And already you starting this podcast is really an amazing and inspiring step forward.
I've heard thousands of patients speak and ask questions, and them sitting there going, I wish I had something that I could just grab a book and go, yes, I know the perfect process for you. Because obviously my brain's only limited. I can only know so well.
All of us.
I could only know so much to a point. And this is why main thing for me is this podcast. Why I explored thing through therapy with you. Well, I think it was the RTT we did. Yes, yeah. If a patient actually came in and we had a conversation about trauma, I'm grateful that you feel, again, safe in my space to say it, but I don't have the expertise for it. How would I address the situation for trauma and say, I need you to go and see you?
Just say, well, I know someone who might be able to help you.
Yeah.
And this is the person's handle, social media handle, because nowadays it's the easiest.
Social media.
The website for them to understand more.
Yeah.
Maybe there is something for you there.
Yeah.
And I think just putting that out there, it could help out.
Just obviously again plant the seed.
No,
I just want to. Yeah.
Sorry, as you said, we don't know everything. I don't know everything. And this is why my work became more powerful since last year. With the channeling, I help the person know what's best for them. For instance, getting back to the body, that was the most powerful exercise that I've ever done with my clients. When you reconnect with your body, you have the answers. Our body speaks to us all the time. Even the skin tells us a lot. If you check the skin, it can tell you how you're doing, if you're hydrated enough, if you're having the right nutrition. We all have the answers in us. For you as professional in the medical industry, knowing more people who do other modalities, that can help a lot, because you're opening everybody's mind to something new and something that could work for them. I don't have to be the right person for someone, but maybe a spiritual healer or a spiritual guide can be the person for your client.
Yeah, I say the same thing every day. I said, I don't mind if you want to see me every 6 months, see me every 3 months, or see someone. just see someone, so someone can just take care of you. And they're like, but that's a weird way to think of it. But in the life we live now, somebody needs to take care of you. Because otherwise you just run free, something bad happens, and then you go, why? So I'll just explain the story about my mom. This is how we actually first...
Yes, exactly. This is how we're connecting.
My mom, I got a phone call that my mom was ill. Her 4 organs were failing. And she lived in England. So I got the phone call in South Africa. I left South Africa and I went over... I mean, to be honest, when I first looked at her, I was like, this is not the woman I know. She was high-powered, energy-driven, eating healthy, exercise, and like really like a power woman. And then I said to her, no, we aren't going to do this. She could barely walk outside. She had panic attacks. She was eating terribly, drinking, smoking, because she was lonely over there. Again, mental health. So that, in my opinion, it was mental health. She also got breast cancer. And she was in remission. So with all of that chained in, I came into like a minefield. So I was like, right, Mama, we're eating healthy, we will exercise. I don't care if we walk right out this door for 5 seconds. We have to start somewhere. And I mean, from 4 organs failing, I went to specialists in high-end hospitals over there she was allowed to fly.
Wow. You see, and you listen to your intuition, to your feeling.
Yeah.
Your feeling, everybody's feeling is like navigation system.
Yeah.
That guides them to their truth, to other people's truth.
So again, she went from 4 organs failing to now no organs failing, able to fly. She wasn't drinking, wasn't smoking, eating healthy. I mean, it is a complete 360, but I saw it with my own eyes. Unfortunately, it didn't plan out the way it did out in the end. My mom's no longer here. But again, 360 with it. From going from only being able to live for 3 months, I was told, to a year and 8 months.
And to flying, and to be able to live her last.
Exactly, to the happiest that she possibly could. So again, that's why I'm so passionate about this podcast. Because I know awareness and just knowledge and just referral links, it can change somebody's life.
What you're doing is really profound. I really, really respect it. I'm very inspired by what you do. Because you're also, through the podcast, you can also tell your patients to get to know the practitioner or the coach or the healer or whomever you bring to the podcast, to go and to listen to what they have to say and to see if they resonate with that person. Again, it's a very personal experience. The same way that you meet so many people, but you can meet so many people, but you connect to certain people who are there to help you, who are actually thrown on your path.
No, you're not thrown on my path, but I'm very grateful that you've been thrown on my path.
I'm grateful too, and I'm really honored to be here. And talking again about, just to go back to how important what you did for your mom was. You changed her life and helped her enjoy her life.
Yeah, just one person at a time for you as well.
And and you tapped into you listened to your feeling and your intuition.
Yeah.
To guide you into what you need to do for her that serves her. And you tapped into her feelings as well. So what? By changing her nutrition, you also changed her mood, you changed her microbiome, you helped her thrive during these seasons. So whatever you put in your mouth is information for your bodies. And whatever you put in your mind is also information for the body.
Exactly. And the world is your oyster from there. You just need to get those points first.
It all starts from the person, from within. It all starts there, the relationship with themselves. Then it expands to the relationship they have with food. Because if you do respect yourself and love your body, we wouldn't abuse our bodies, would we? But it seems very simple and yet complicated, because then there could be an emotional layer to all of this that blocks you from doing so. So my overall advice to whoever is listening is to be kind to themselves, to become their own loving, kind parents that who would treat them with empathy, understanding, compassion, and safety, and warmth, and understanding.
Thank you so much.
So,
I fully agree. A more upbeat and like a bonus to it, please speak to us about your book.
oh yes, and now that you're talking about
This also one of the things, and I was like, I need to get this book. I need to, and then you've got a second one that I know nothing about.
and I'll talk about the second one that I brought for you. I hope you'll enjoy it. And so, the second one is a journal. It's a mindset training journal that you need to do your first 3 months minimum. You can tear each page as you go. Because it's not a journal for you to read, to go back to. It's just a journal to help you train your mind to think better thoughts.
Do you know I manifest every morning? I sit and I wake up and I have my green juice, I have my like little cup of coffee or my matcha, and I sit with this book, and I've been thinking, funny that you just bought that book, because for a while I've had this blue book, and I was like, I don't like this blue book anymore. I need to get myself a new one.
Oh, really?
So there again, it's just thank you.
I called it the seed of life, because the seed of life is the beginning. So it's as if it's a beginning. It's a seed that you're planting in the mind that will grow into a beautiful tree and to design your life the way that serves your highest self. So and also seed of life. This notebook, I call it notebook or journal, was meant to be with seeded paper, but the cost was too high. Yes, yeah. I wanted it to be accessible to everyone. So this is why I didn't go for the seeded paper. And the idea was cute.
Yes, that was quite sexy.
So 3 steps to do this journal.
Yes.
The first step is to shed 3 looping thoughts, but you do it one at a time. The first negative thought or negative looping thought, usually they're looping, oh, I feel stupid, I don't feel good enough, I'm not pretty enough, whatever the negative thought is. You write the thought, you become your own loving parent, and you acknowledge the feeling.
I love that.
You acknowledge the feeling as if you're holding your child, as if your child says, Mommy, I feel ugly. So, oh, honey, that's an awful feeling, right? That must feel terrible, right? So just by acknowledging that, you shed the shame. The child feels more open to talk about it. So same thing as us. We feel more open to exploring. And as soon as you do this, you kind of identify your growing edge, and it starts dissolving almost by itself. After you become your own kind parent, you put clarity, you put a reality. You say that child, okay, why so? Oh, because my friends called me ugly. Oh, so you're thinking that because your friends called you ugly. So that's the reality. That's the story, right? We can have different narrative. But if your friends called you ugly, that doesn't mean that you are ugly. And nobody else's opinion matters except your own opinion about yourself. So here you're empowering the child, it's you, and then you put a solution. So next time, when they tell you you're ugly, you can tell them, what can you tell them? I'm going to use one of the techniques I use with children, say with bullying. Are you saying this to hurt me?
Yeah, but your opinion of me means nothing.
Yeah, it means nothing.
So why are you telling me it?
Yeah. Thank you. I will not accept it. I don't have to welcome your opinion. So you cannot, yeah. This is just an example. It can be anything, right? Then you move on to the next and to the third. You do the same thing. Then you praise yourself. 3 praises. We're so bad at praising ourselves.
Yeah.
It's easier for me to do to somebody else than because it's just natural that way,
Absolutely. And then the mind learns by repetition.
Yes.
If you do it enough times, it won't be what you do, but it becomes who you are. So you become that, so easily praise yourself. Oh, I'm so proud of myself for having launched this podcast. This is brilliant.
I'll be saying all day today.
I'm part of this whole transformation, this whole future new way of seeing wellness. Then you write 3 gratitude. Gratitude is easy, but when you write it, it makes it even more powerful. You learn to stay in gratitude no matter what happens. The universe gives you 10 folds of whatever you're truly grateful for. So this is the Seed of Life, a priority journal. Then I'm just going to wrap it up quickly. This is my book with my sister. Yes. My sister is a brilliant, wonderful, and inspiring yogini also. Nathalie Daou. We together decided to create this book after COVID.
Hey, that's
After the pandemic.
Yes.
This book is all our recipes from childhood. And some of them recreated into a vegan version.
Yes.
One, because everybody told us, oh, you should give us the recipe of this and oh, you should create a cookbook. So we're like, yeah, okay, let's create this cookbook.
Yeah.
And we want to show people how easy it is to create a nutritious meal, simple meal,
Yes.
from whole food and not miss animal products all the time, because what happens is that we outsource animal products all the time. And okay, what are we gonna eat? Let's have a steak and French fries. Let's have a roasted chicken and hummus soup. It's easy, or salad. But this really represents our hard work in advocating eat more plants.
It reminds me when my mom went to the oncologist for the first time. They told her to eat like a traffic light. Blew my mind. I was like, what is this? If you eat enough fruit and especially vegetables as a traffic light, your body will almost semi-heal itself.
Oh, well, obviously not 100%. I stand corrected, but your body will.
And it happened. So this I completely agree with. Yeah, that makes sense. You eat your red, you eat your yellow or orange, and then you eat your greens.
You eat your rainbows. Because that's 7 colors, so it's easy to remember. 7 either fruits or vegetables, but from different colors, so that you can get all the nutrients that you need. And just I'd like to praise myself also over the time. Right now I'm 47, 0 supplements except of course vitamin D and vitamin B, and coffee. I think I'm doing quite okay. Going from someone who was quite handicapped in bed to today.
A vibrant person that just loves life and...
Yay, I like that. So thank you so much for spending some time with me. Our episode 1, I'm very grateful because I just, like I said to you time and time again, I just want to plant a seed, change the world, maybe even just one person at a time. I mean, what I went through with you, I mean, obviously an ongoing process. I can just make one person go through that. I'll be happy.
Oh,
Kavi's very, very happy.
Yeah, and that's the beginning. Yeah, as you bring more people into your podcast, you're introducing more people in different realms to your clients and your patients. Thank you. And other people who are listening to this podcast. So thank you, Mel.
No, pleasure.